Have you ever wondered what happens to a whale after it dies? It's a colossal event that kicks off one of the most incredible processes in the ocean, creating a whole new ecosystem from scratch. Today, we're diving deep to explore the fascinating journey of a whale fall. When a massive whale, like a blue whale or a fin whale, dies in the open ocean, its journey to the seafloor begins. This isn't a quick trip. It can take days or even weeks for the enormous body to sink thousands of meters into the dark, cold abyss. As it descends, scavengers of the midwater, like sharks and hagfish, might start feeding, but the real party starts when the carcass finally lands on the seabed. This arrival marks the beginning of Stage 1, the mobile scavenger stage. Imagine a massive, all-you-can-eat buffet suddenly appearing in a food-starved desert. The first to arrive are the big players of the deep sea. Sleeper sharks, hagfish, and giant isopods swarm the carcass. These creatures are experts at tearing away large chunks of flesh. A single whale can provide millions of calories, and these scavengers work fast. They can strip a whale of its soft tissue in a matter of months to a year, depending on the size of the whale and the number of diners. The hagfish are particularly interesting. They can tie themselves into knots to create leverage, allowing them to rip off flesh more effectively. This stage is a frenzy of activity, a rare feast in the otherwise quiet deep. Once the bulk of the meat is gone, we enter Stage 2, the enrichment opportunist stage. The scene changes. The large scavengers move on, and a new community moves in. The surrounding sediment is now heavily enriched with organic matter from the decomposing body. This attracts a host of smaller organisms. Polychaete worms, small crustaceans like amphipods and shrimp, and various mollusks colonize the bones and the nearby seafloor. They feast on the remaining bits of blubber and flesh, and on the nutrients seeping into the mud. You might see mats of bacteria covering the area, providing yet another food source. This stage can last for a couple of years, and the sheer number of individual animals can be staggering, sometimes tens of thousands living on and around the skeleton. It's like a bustling city built on the leftovers of the feast. Now, we move into the most fascinating and longest-lasting phase. Stage 3, the sulfophilic stage. The name sounds complex, but it describes a truly amazing process. By now, only the skeleton remains. But deep within the bones, there's still a lot of lipid or fat. Specialized bacteria start breaking down these lipids through a process called anaerobic respiration. Because there's no oxygen inside the bones, these bacteria produce hydrogen sulfide. You'd know this chemical by its rotten egg smell. While it's toxic to most life, for a unique group of organisms, it's the very source of life. This is where chemosynthetic bacteria come in. Unlike plants that use sunlight for energy, these bacteria use the chemical energy in hydrogen sulfide to create food. They form thick mats on the bones, and in turn, they support a whole new community of animals. Mussels, clams, snails, and limpets that have a symbiotic relationship with these bacteria begin to colonize the skeleton. They filter the bacteria from the water or harbor them within their own bodies, creating a self-sustaining ecosystem that can last for decades, even up to a century. This stage turns the whale skeleton into a deep-sea oasis, a living reef thriving in total darkness, powered by the chemical legacy of the whale. It's a bit like the hydrothermal vents you might have heard of, but this ecosystem is entirely dependent on the whale bones. Finally, we reach Stage 4, the reef stage. After 50 to 100 years, all the organic material in the bones is finally used up. The production of sulfides stops, the chemosynthetic community dies out or moves on. But the story isn't over. The hard, mineralized bones remain, now acting as a solid substrate on the otherwise soft, muddy seafloor. It becomes a reef. It provides a hard surface for suspension feeders like sea anemones, sponges, and corals to attach to. These organisms filter food particles from the water column. The skeleton becomes a permanent feature of the landscape, offering shelter and a place to live for various deep-sea creatures, much like a shipwreck or a natural rocky outcrop. This final stage can persist for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. So, from a single death, a whale gives life to countless organisms over an incredible timescale. It creates a series of complex, evolving ecosystems, from the chaotic feeding frenzy of sharks to the slow, silent growth of a bone reef. Whale falls are a powerful reminder of the intricate connections within the ocean. They are hotspots of biodiversity in the deep sea, acting as stepping stones for species to disperse across the vast, empty plains of the ocean floor. Scientists believe these whale fall islands might play a crucial role in the evolution and distribution of deep-sea life. Studying whale falls is incredibly challenging. They are rare, and finding them in the vastness of the deep ocean is like finding a needle in a haystack. Researchers often use remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, to explore them. Sometimes, they even sink whale carcasses intentionally in specific locations to study the entire process from the beginning. Each new discovery reveals more about this unique and vital part of the marine carbon cycle. The life of a whale is majestic, but its afterlife is just as extraordinary. It's a beautiful, complex cycle of death and rebirth. A whale doesn't just disappear. Its body becomes the foundation for new generations of life in the deepest, darkest corners of our planet. It's a final, powerful act that enriches the ocean long after its last breath. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of whale falls. It's a humbling look at how life and death are so closely intertwined in nature. If you found this as fascinating as we did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the wonders of the natural world. Let us know in the comments what other deep-sea mysteries you'd like us to uncover. See you next time.